probably know by now that I'm looking for a friend. And I think I'm making a little bit of progress. Wait, let me. Oh, now you can see me. I think I'm making a little bit of progress when it comes to that. I have been talking to a few people, like mostly guys, but I don't want friendships with guys. I want a real feminine connection. So there's this girl that I've just been like talking to at the gym. Like first time I met her, we was just I saw her. She was there on the floor, just doing some is it ab workouts or back workouts. She was just doing the most with like her body and stuff. And I was tired from a workout, and I thought, oh, wow, there is prey. Let me go be a predator. I'm joking. But anyway, I got there. I was tired as fuck. And I was just like, hey, can I join you? And she said, yeah, I mean, I'm almost done, but yeah. And I was like, yeah, I also just want a cool down exercise, but like, I'm trying to train my back. She's like, okay, we did train our back. We did two or three exercises. We exchanged our dreams and hopes, just like our goals in the gym. I told her that I wanted a line on my back, like, and then she told me what she wanted. She said she wanted a bigger ass. She already has an ass. So I don't know why she's trying to make it bigger. But anyways, gym goals, gym goals, gym goals. So after that, she just got up and left. We never exchanged contacts or anything. We never talked. And I just felt like deserted that day. Like I felt unwanted. So long story short, like a month or two passed by. No, a month and a half passed by, and I started seeing her around at the gym, just working out, going about her day. She doesn't pull as much on back day, but she really puts an effort on leg day. So I've been seeing her, and then sometimes like we'd wave at each other. And then this time she was training back on the same machine that I was training at, and so she was like, "Oh, can I join you? Can we train together?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm on my last set." And then we trained. She asked, hey, have I seen you before? I'm like, we once trained together. And she genuinely didn't remember me. That hurt. Like, so anyways, from that day, I decided to stop talking to her because I felt hurt. I felt like I was forcing things. So long story short, 3 weeks ago, I was in the bathroom, in the changing rooms, and I was packing up my bag. I was done with the workout. I was tired as shit. So I decided to sit down. She walked in and she started talking to me. She started just talking to me, just sharing, going about her day. I think she was really stressed, just talking about how she has to move. She won't be able to come to the gym. Where she's going, there's no gym. Blah, 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 blah. We talked for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I tried to give insights. I tried to give her advice that she could come once a week or twice a week. She could, because she was worried about transport costs and everything. And I don't know, we had a genuine talk. Like, when we was done with the conversation, when I was walking out, I was just like, could this be? Is she really trying to be my friend? And if she's trying to be my friend, she just told me she's leaving. Should I have said something? Should I have asked for a number? And I was curious till that day, and I walked away. I don't know how to make friends. Anyway, this other day, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I saw her in the changing rooms, and I was genuinely so happy to see her. I was like, hey, I thought you said you were leaving. She said, oh no, my problems have been solved. They transferred me to a different department. I'm closer. It's a little bit far, but like, at least it's closer. I could walk here, but that means that I'm gonna have to come in a little bit later, like 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. And buddy. We talked and we talked and we talked and we talked. I was just like, oh, that's good for you. And then like she was walking around the changing rooms, going to the mirror, going to the bathroom, and I kept talking to her while I was sitting down. She was just going all over the place, and I was just like, should I ask for a number? Like, I don't know how to do this female thing. So I mustered up the courage and was just like, hey, I noticed that you're coming around this time, and that's usually when I'm done. I could add an extra hour so I could train with you because you're complaining that when you come here you're already tired and have motivation to train. Maybe we could train together and push each other. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah. I was like, take my number, because I feel like that's the first step. If I give somebody my number and they text me back, that means they genuinely like me. So she was like, no, I don't have my phone with me. My phone is off. So that means she has to give me her number and I have to text her. Now that was daunting. She gave me her number and I never texted back. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I feel like I want friends, but I'm not ready. Because why? Anyway, I met her last week in the gym. And I was walking to the bathroom. She came up to me. See my hair? She's like, hey. I was like, hey, what's going on? You said you will text. That was her first response. And I was like, in my heart, I'm just like, wait, is she really into me too? Like, does she want to be my friend too? And I was like, I'm so sorry, I forgot the holidays. It's been so busy. I haven't even been to the gym that much. She's like, how are you lying? You're a fake person. Fake person. I don't know how I feel. I think I have, oh my God. I was going to say girl crush. Is this what this is? Do I have a crush on this girl? Where do we draw the line on being friends and being a crush? But I genuinely like her as a person. She's aesthetic, she's bougie as fuck. And which brings me to the purpose of today's video. I finally texted her. We have been talking ever since. We have been meaning to train together, but I haven't been going to the gym since the last time we spoke. I had my period and I have serious cramps and it's been cold as shit. And you know how it gets when it's cold. The cramps are bad. So, but like I'm watching her stories, I'm just like, hey, the thing about having a friend is you're opening gates to this certain lifestyle. And I don't know, it requires you to have money. Because the type of girls that I'm trying to attract as friends, they kind of bougie as shit. Like, I just saw her carrying a Luella bag at this restaurant. Man, this restaurant is like so costly. Knowing very well that I can't afford that. I'm just like, I never thought about this. What if eventually we do decide to be friends? She would be asking me out, and I would be the friend that always is broke. I'm not ready for that. So I don't know. Should I pursue this? Should I limit this to the gym? How do I go about this? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT what to do with this.